Hi everybody, Sandy Modani, welcome to my channel. Can I just say before I begin, you guys, go to the Real Housewives of Cape Town. This episode was a little bit better in terms of boredom. I was entertained. I really was a little bit, a little bit, but we're going to talk about it, you guys. My name is Dandom Fletcher, and on this channel, says Funde. Iy'ncwadi ebhalwe ngolimi lwethu lwesiZulu bese sizela sokhuluma ngazo le ndaba esifundile senzela laba phela abasebengenazo isikhathi sokuyifunda incwadi nalabo abanqinayo nje ukufunda. Siyaphinda futhi sibuka ama-reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese sizela sokhuluma ngawo lama shows. Senze ama-reviews or ama-recaps bese siyaphinda futhi sikhuluma nga-any other issues avukayo uma ngabe lama shows sesiwabukile kwi-TV. If it's your first time here and you happen to like our content, do not forget to press the subscribe button la ngezansi uphinde upress i-notification bell eduze kuka-subscribe ukuze phela uthole umyalezo uma ngabe umsebenzi omusha sesiwufakile. There is also for a join button below for those who want to join as members, and also a thanks button for those who want to thank the channel as a once-off ngemali. Thank you so much for those who have done so. So you guys, remember the girls were supposed to do a sleepover. This is Real Housewives. Real Housewives of Cape Town episode what? What about episode 5, 4? I need to check. So the girls were supposed to do a sleepover because they all got together and decided they want a sleepover at Camilla's house. But Camilla was not there. So they decided they want to go to Camilla's house, you know. And love line, this time it for me, I feel like love line is an instigator. Yes, she's that person. This time and Roxy is onto her. Roxy is her friend, but she's onto her and she calls her out on it. Guys, I'm getting to like Roxy, ne? I'm getting to like, but I'll tell you why I'm getting to like her. Anyway, they were supposed to do a sleepover at Camilla's house. Camilla is like, these women are already talking crap about my house. Why would I bring them to my house? Now I wouldn't want people. If you've said something negative about my house, why would I want you now to come in and sleep over at my house? But she's kind enough to organize for them to go to Grayton. I think they said for whatever it's an overnight trip with the girls. So they're going to be driving in a vintage cars and all of that nice traveling in Cape Town. So everybody will be leaving for this trip from Camilla's house. Okay, so everybody arrives first. Utato arrives. Obviously, Tato had never been to Camilla's house, but she has already heard, things being said about Camilla's house. So she's curious about it. And I think Camilla just wanted to protect her space because she says really good to Bakuluma things about her house. But basically, they're gossiping about her house. So she had arranged with when they arrive, they will all be outside. They will get in the cars and go. She didn't want people inside the house. And so when Tato arrives, she thinks it's a great house, and yeah, anyway, she thinks the house is nice. Guys, the house is nice. They might not like the way the house is decorated. Like I say, Vela, I think umuntu othanda izinto, and when she loves izinto, uyaziqoqa zonke. Akayona minimalist angisho kanjalo. But it's a nice house, guys. Me not having a house like that, I'm not gonna come in that house and ngihlebe ngale yandlu le. Ngizobuza Camilla, how did you get this house? Because I wanted to. I might decorate it differently from you, but I still want it. You know what I mean? But anyway, and then Urashda arrives as well, and they wanted to go to the bathroom. I think obviously if they want to go to the bathroom, they have to go to the house, which Camilla cannot avoid. So yes, so then they Utato first who went to the bathroom, and there was an issue with her locking herself in, and then the butler, because Camilla has a butler, guys, rich people, and then locks herself in the bathroom, but then comes out. And then obviously Camilla now, because she has heard those people are gossiping about her house, she's thinking, why is Tato taking so long being in the house? You know, there was first that issue with why it's taking the long, and then she comes, she's like, no, I locked myself in the bathroom, I didn't know how to get out, and she was helped by a butler. So that is understood. And then Roxy arrives as well. Rashta was already there, and then at some point they're just talking outside because they're preparing to go. They're also waiting for Love Line, who was also going to come with the new girl, who's Ulu, who was also going to come with Ulu. and Bev as well. So while they're talking and other people are arriving and stuff, there's a point to where Camilla is saying Tato and Roxy are missing, like they were not where they were outside. So she's wondering what happened, and she just started to think these women had gone to her house without her permission to take a tour, because they had heard what Loveline had said, because Loveline is the one that went to Camilla's house and started talking negatively about her house, which made uBeverly buy impepho wahamba phela last week uBev wathatha impepho wayoshisa emzini womuntu. Wake wezwa pha umuntu eshisa impepho endlini yomunye umuntu wakwayizwa leyo nto, but ke uBev, that's what she did. But into iqale ngayo Loveline, because she's the one that went to Camilla's house. She was welcome there. Camilla was very nice to her. The next thing, she's telling the ladies about how spooky the house is and whatever. So when they arrive, Roxy, Roxy, they disappeared. But apparently they were in the bathroom. Camilla didn't know. They hadn't asked her. And Utad was the one that was going to show Roxy the bathroom, because she had already been in the bathroom, Utad. So now they take longer, and then Masebebuya, they walk out the other, not the way that Camilla initially had directed Utado. Baphuma ngomunye umnyango. Mabaphuma ngomunye umnyango, Camilla is mad now. Camilla is mad because Nina, you guys said you were going to the bathroom, but you wanted to see my house because of what people have been saying about my house. So that's how the fight started, because she saw them coming out the other way. She's like, there's no way that you guys were in the bathroom, because the bathroom is the other way, But it came out at the end that her daughter was the one that actually directed them. Oh, you guys, there's another way you pumangala. Angazi na besibefuna nema lounge or whatever, you guys. So then they start fighting now. Utato did not understand why is she the one that is being attacked about the house. She felt that Camilla had anger before she even asked to go to the bathroom, because because of what she had heard people were saying about her house, and she felt like the anger was misdirected, because she's like, why am I a suspect now? Why do you look at me and think automatically, because me no Tato now, I'm the one that went to your house without permission and all of that? I did not do that, So they blow up on each other. Tato is now shouting, and Loveline and Lou arrive. When they arrive, Vele, it's already heated. Everyone is shouting. Everyone is not happy. Uguti, what's happening here and all of that. Bamangele manj. And then at some point, Camilla started crying. I think Camilla got overwhelmed maybe, but yakhona lento guys eyenziwa abantu besifazane babelungu, but ma in a fight with them ukuthi, because sinabantu abamnyama, when you get angry we raise our voice. Vele ama voices ethu vele nje aphezulu sidalo kanjalo, angazi ama voice box ethu thina a create especially. Someone said, no, it's because we used to sikhamanzi emfuleni and there were no telephones, and you need to call somebody emfuleni and you just scream at them. So if voice box says you're training, So because when you get upset, you raise your voice, and sometimes they are able to, even though umuntu upset, but anga scream. Which is something I understand. How are you upset? Umuntu athethe and umuntu abe insulting in a very soft voice, You are a bitch. Like that, Tina, we raise our voice. So it's just differences in the way that we do things, and a lot of the times we must really raise a voice, because when you are angry as umuntu, they bavele bese yakhala yena umuntu. Now kube uweke manje na kumuntu omubi ngoba usukhalisa umlungu. Uvela umuntu omubi, because now you usukhalisa umlungu ke manje, everyone's looking at you ukuthi now the umlungu sayakhala kwenza njani. The same thing happened to Tato. Camilla started crying. Now everyone is looking at Tato. Usukhalisa salwazi somlungu manje. But yeah, they end up just talking. Listen, we're going on this trip. Let's just, for now, let's table it for now and whatever. And Utadulapo was saying all kinds of whatever, swearing, bitches, and you know. And so they decided to come down just for the trip. Utada at some point she was like, I'm not even wanting to go to that trip anymore because I don't know why she's angry with me. The people that she should be angry with are the people that talked about her house. The person that came to her house came back and told other people what happened with her house. She's angry at the wrong person. Anyway, I also just felt like Utato was like an easy target. Also, both of them, Tato and Rooks, went to their house, but it's like Camilla was more mad at Tato than Rooks. And when Rooks was like, I'm not even entertaining that. Mina being bathroom, so wabashia kanjani. So then, yeah, they got in the cars, they drive. I think Utato, Rashta, no Rooks were in the same car, and then Camilla, Love Line, Ulu, who is a +1 car. Love Line, they were in the Love Line being Mrs. Leo. Those who don't watch really, Mrs. Leo is Love Line. So Camilla, Love Line, no Lou, who is +1 got Love Line, no Bevo in the same car, and then Tato, Rashta, and Rooks were in the same car. So they drive, they get to the first stop. I guess they wanna get something to drink or something, and then Ubev is expressing she's scared because when she saw Ubevel is the one, or she said impepo emzinga Camille, you know, she burned the incense. She said it's not incense, but I was like impepo Bevel, you know, even if you give it a fancy name, impepo. I'm sure Madlos were like, what the hell is happening here? They were like that because amadlozi abelungu, you know, they wouldn't say what's going on. They were like, what the hell is happening here? Who's burning the incense now? We don't recognize this member of the family. Is it a new child now? You know. So now when she saw Camilla being mad, she realized Camilla knows something about what happened to her house. So because she thought she was gonna take Camilla as a joke, Camilla, I bent in and it was just going to be a joke and ends there. Now she can see how mad Camilla is, and she can see, listen, I'm gonna be in trouble. So she's all nervous. We first stop with how is she gonna tell Camilla the information, because the Ukoko is mad, and rightfully so. So then Utata and Ubev, they were drinking together. They talk about, so Ubevel, because Utata didn't know about his story saying Sempepo, but she knew about Ulavlan talking negatively about Indluka Camilla, but she didn't know the story of burning the incense in Camilla's house. That issue she did not know. So then Beverly tells Tat, yo, I'm so nervous. The way she got mad at you about getting into her house, now I'm so nervous because this is what I did. Tat was like, yeah. So Mina, they are mad at me that I went in and went to the bathroom and look around the house a little bit while I'm walking out now, and you guys are quiet, and you actually did something like this. She's like, yo, I don't know how you're going to tell him. And Utado does say, you know what, you have gone too far. It's funny, you guys, and Utado at the beginning of the season, she really, it sounded like they wanted to present her as this person who's a drunkard, who's unreasonable, who say things that don't make sense. But she's the one that is making a lot of sense right now. She's the one that will tell the truth too when other people are just shaming, you know. And I think I'm starting to like her as well. So yeah, okay, so they do have a conversation with Camilla shortly. Utato, I guess Urux just clarifies to Camilla, listen, the daughter directed us a certain way, that's why we went that way, because she's clarifying to Camilla. So Camilla's like, you see, now if you guys had told me that, then I would have reacted differently. I didn't know that it's my daughter, so I'm gonna call my daughter. She doesn't trust these women. I'm gonna call my daughter, get clarity, and then we'll talk about it. But we'll talk about it I guess they got in the car Bahamba, because the conversation between Utato and Olu, was it that? Okay, yes, I think they had that conversation. Masebefikile uThado no, well, uThado was officially meeting Ulu, who was, because when Loveland arrived with Ulu, Angithi and they were busy fighting, so they didn't really get a chance to introduce each other. So when uThado finally meets Ulu, she's like, who is this lady? How Ulu is like, how when ngiyakwazi from Instagram uyangazi futhi sike sashutha nawe so to post that so too. I think Ulu didn't get what do you call it? Instructions or good. You are supposed to only know. You are supposed to. You are supposed to only know love line and pretend not to know Thado. And then Thado was told you are supposed to pretend not to know Thado. Or they were given conflicting information because vela ngithi mangabe when you are added to a reality show, ufanele ungene ngomuntu. Even Love Line no Lord, they might not have been friends before, but they can pretend to be friends just for the show, so that she's introduced that way to the show. So it's like the other one was given an instruction. You can say that you do know Thado, and then Thado can pretend not to know you, and then Thado was told to pretend not to know her. It could be that was intentional on the producer's part, just to create that conflict, because it was like Thado looked stupid saying she doesn't know somebody that she's even taken pictures with and posted on Instagram and all of that. Anyway, she's like, no, she has transformed and she has changed a lot since the last time that even if she's changed, like you can't even see that it's her. I was like, I don't know if I believe it. Or that conversation took place just before they got in the cars and started moving. So they move, and then they get there and they've got the keys to the rooms. So excuse me, Ukamela make sure that everybody has the key, but there's one person that doesn't have a key, which was Urashda, and then Urashda is like, does that mean I'm gonna share a room with somebody? That I'm not sharing. If I have to share, I'm calling my husband right now to come and fetch me, because I ain't sharing a room. But then Camila, because she's the host, she doesn't explain who's what him. She's like, I don't know. I think that's what made it obvious for me that honestly, Camila didn't really plan the trip as such. I think the producers planned the trip and probably booked the place, because she just didn't have an idea of how there were one key short, which she should have had, because if she's the one that booked the trip, then she should have known why there was one key missing. But it's like she had no idea why there was one key missing. So anyway, she said she's got a house in Grayton, so she will stay at her house. They were going to stay at the place that is booked. I think Love Line figured it out to know when they booked, because she invited Ulu. When they booked, they probably didn't count Ulu. And when they were picking the keys, Ulu picked the key instead of being the last one to pick, because she's a +1 So Loveland is like, oh no, Camila, you know what? We will give one key to Urashta, and then me and Lu will share a room. Which really, I think that should have been. I think that's the reason why Lulu was not counted. And then that is sorted. Okay. So, and then they decide that Uthado and Camila are going to have a conversation about their misunderstanding. Uthado is like, not having it, like, you just accused me of something that I didn't do. Those people are the people that you should be angry with, because they're the ones who said things about your house. I felt like in that conversation, Camila was gaslighting Uthado a little bit. Uthado wanted to express herself because she was upset about the fact that she was picked on as the person that Ulona was going to be upset with, when she should have been upset with the other woman. She was an easy target. She felt like she was an easy target. But I felt like Camila was gaslighting her and be like, you know what? Just apologize to me and I'll apologize to you. It comes out that it comes out about the incense burning. Uthado tells Ukamila, but when she tells Ukamila ngendaba yokuthi Beverly is the one that burnt incense, it seemed to me that Beverly already knew it. and she said she will address it. Utado is like, you know what, you blew up on me because I went to your bathroom and took longer to come back. I want to see you blow up on this too. Are you going to blow up on them? Are you going to blow up now? And then Ruxi these women by Delel. Ruxi at some point she's like, I went to her house. I know they were talking about your house. I went to your house. I didn't see anything special with your house. I'm like, Ruxi, you don't even have a house, girl. Well, how do you say that about this woman's house? She said she didn't say anything special about Camilla's house. I was like, I hope its limitations is a language, because how do you say that about somebody's house when there are reports that you don't even have a house to live in. Anyway, Uthato is like, ngifuna ukukubona lo wablow up ongiblow up phela wona lapha egcikeni la, ngifuna ukukubona ublow up kuBeverly phela, sifuna ukubona ke isalukazi somlungu silwa nesinye isalukazi somlungu this time. Uthato uyachaza, yeah, ngifuna ukubona ukuthi uzoblow up yini, blow up phela, anyway, okay. And then but Beverly is indicating that for now she just wants peace. She will address whatever it is that needs to be addressed probably later on. But for now, she just wants everybody to have fun on the trip, which I doubt that it's going to happen, honestly. But anyway, they conclude to that with Tato saying what she's looking forward to the blow up between all of them.
Okay, I actually had to take a break and finish this video a little bit later. So if it looks a little bit different, that's the reason I had to just rush and do something. Anyway, you guys, so now they had arranged a dinner. The women, it's supposed to be all fun, women getting together, but we already know what there's drama brewing, and Utad is not gonna let this one go, because obviously she was shouted at earlier on for something that she did not do, or for something that she says she did not do. And she believes the people that Camilla should be mad at is Loveline, Beno, Beverly, and she just can't wait to see Camilla, did she target her because uyena umuntu ongamsabi, or what, or was it really the confusion? So okay, fine, guys. So at the dinner table, okay, I guess Loveline and Notato, they okay. Now remember, they did have sort of like a conflict, because Utato had said to Loveline, Camilla already knows about the sage thing, and Loveline was mad at Tato, saying, why did Utato tell Camilla? And Utato was like, no, but it's not like she did not know, she knew, but apparently Camilla had revealed away from the cameras she knew. But then they told her on camera. And that's why they did that. If she already knew, then why did Utato tell her? Or they just wanted to get that on camera. And okay. So then when they are at the table, it seems like Beverly is upset with Utato when she finds out what Utato told Camilla about the sage. And I felt like at the table, Beverly was deflecting. She wanted because from the beginning of the season, they wanted to present Utato as a troublesome person in the group. She's a drunkard, she drinks a lot, and she says the wrong things and all of that. And Beverly, Beno Loveland were fighting very hard at the table to deflect and make it seem like the person that is starting drama is Utato, because why would Utato tell Camilla about the sage? But Utato is like, no, but Camilla already knew, so it didn't make a difference. Well, she did say she was going to talk to you about it anyway. And why are you guys mad? Because you guys are the ones that did the wrong thing. You banned the sage. So why are you more mad at me who told when you the one that banned the sage? Roxy seems to support Tato in this instance, which I liked, you guys, because Roxy is like that as well. Loveline, when bahlangane benza something against uCamilla. Now bayahlangana against uThatho, as if uThatho is the one that is wrong. Those two are the ones uCamilla fanele ngakukhuluma nabo because bona benze something wrong. Okay. And anyway, I feel like Ulavlan is the instigator. Honestly, you guys, I do feel like she's an instigator. I'm wondering when Ukamila gets to talk to them, is she going to hold Ulavlan accountable for anything with regards to all of this? Because she's the one that started it with saying, Indlu Camilla is spooky, it's strange. Angazi noma kuneyipoke or yini kuze kuqhamuka ne-idea yokuthi bathengise nje bayishisa phaya kwakhe. Okay, fine. So then Camilla comes while there's that conflict between the women. She's shocked because already people are fighting at the dinner table. And Camilla was trying to apologize. No. Beverly decides to apologize to Camilla. But instead of Beverly saying, Camilla, I'm really sorry. I bought it, came to your house, bent it behind your back. I shouldn't have done that. She says, it has come to my attention ukuthi uThatho has told you ukuthi, which makes uThatho mad because why are you bringing up my name? If you are going to apologize to Camilla, apologize to Camilla about what you did. Don't bring out my name. But Beverly wants to bring out Thato, like, but that's how Camilla knows ukuthi it's because of you. That's how she knows that I burnt incense or sage there. And then Utach is like, no, but don't bring out my name. And then Beverly says, okay, apparently some animal told you, which makes Utach even mad because how do you call this woman an animal? Now she's like, no, I'm not an animal. Beverly is like, no, I'm not calling you an animal. But since I can't say you told Camilla, I'm just saying, just Camilla. Which, Nami, if I was sad, I would have been offended by that statement. But it was like, Beverly wants to bring out Uthatho so that at the end of the day, the person that would look like they are starting trouble is Ulokuzana or Uthatho. And then she ends up saying the bed told Camilla. Anyway, guys, it ends up kuba imesi apology vele igcina ingaphumanga from Beverly. Camilla feels like it's becoming too much at the table. She decides to stop everybody and says, guys, just stop, listen, let's just have a nice dinner. If I have people that I need to talk to, whether it's Beverly or whoever, because apparently she did smell the sage when she came out after Beverly had left, but she didn't know what it was. And she says, if I have something to say to Beverly, I will say it to her. For now, let's just have a nice, good evening together, and then let's go our separate ways. Yeah. Anyway, you guys, I do not remember them showing us the rooms where they are. But Camilla has a house in Grayton, so she's not staying with the rest of the group. She's going to be staying at her house. So she's not staying at the rented place that they came to, but we didn't see the rooms. So there's no comparison as to which room was better than what. They didn't fight about the room. I think giving them the keys before they see the rooms or whatever, maybe it's better. Maybe they haven't seen each other's rooms. So we didn't have any drama regarding the rooms like we normally do at Real Housewives trips. But at least it was better than Devon. There wasn't anybody that was going to sleep an hour away or 2 hours away. All of them were sleeping at the same place. Anyway, you guys, that was the episode for today. I really think that this episode was better than the other episodes. Not that it was that exciting, but the way that we've been so bored with Real Housewives of Cape Town, this was one of the better episodes. So, I mean, I'll take it, you guys. I'll take it. Okay, I was entertained a little bit. And it also made me want to watch the next episode. Really, honestly, you guys, Ama trips are really good for housewives because even if the season is boring, when they go on a trip, there's always going to be drama there. Someone is going to fight. They're going to fight about the rooms. They're going to fight about the activities. There's always going to be something that happens on the trip. So when it gets boring, the trip always helps. Anyway, you guys, that was the episode for today. Please tell me what you think about it in the comment section. Did you feel like I felt like it was better this time? Or do you still feel like I still yeah better yeah better still? Anyway, please like the video before you make your share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers.